fan-controlled football, an innovative new concept where fans vote on the rules of which game and which play their favorite team will run next. If you enjoyed the Indoor Football League in Erie, you're gonna love this.
This is an idea that, I've had in my head for 5 years now, and I think it's just the right time to do it.
And we're gonna put a badass product on the field. And we're so close. We are so close.
The reason fan-controlled football was so appealing is because all fans think that they could call plays from their couch, and fan-controlled football league allows them to do it.
Diehard sports fans almost instantly are like, oh, shit, never thought about that. That's freaking cool.
It is fun, it is fast, it is different.
We literally took a step back and said, hey, how do we redefine football and then sports in general for the digital age?
Like anyone who doesn't think that sports entertainment is going to be more and more interactive with its consumer, I think you're just wrong.
There's nothing more fun than building a football league. What I really wanted to happen was I wanted that fun to come through to the fans, and I wanted it to come through to the players, and I wanted it to be fun on the field. And I just felt like if we were able to pull that off, it would really resonate.
FCF is truly video games meets traditional sports. Things like, obviously, Tecmo and Madden were huge inspirations. The Street series, NFL Blitz, that idea of over-the-top crazy action on the field, things that you couldn't even believe that were happening. But truly, we wanted to get that one-on-one, things really matter.
I think that's one of the cool things that we were able to do. We were able to kind of make up our own rules a little bit.
No kicks, no punts, no goalposts.
If a team wants to score an extra point, a wide receiver will battle one-on-one against a defensive back from the 10-yard line. You have two 20-minute halves with running clocks except in the final minute of each half. Teams will have 6 minutes to make adjustments at halftime, and then it's back to the grind. And these offensive and defensive formations are legit. We are going 7-on-7 with 3 down linemen on each side. It's in-your-face football that is blazing fast.
Listening to the FCF talk about, what kind of game they were making and the interactivity of it and the length of it and the energy of it. These are the answers to the question of what drove me away from professional football. Like, games were just too long, you know what I mean? It was inactive entertainment. I wanted something more like the video games I love, and FCF was able to provide that.
The core underlying concept really has never changed that much, which is what can you do to make it as interactive as possible and put fans in control of as much as possible. Now, what has evolved is a lot of the business structure, right? We got a lot of learnings from our team in Salt Lake. Like, you know what? It's not a good business to be regionally distributed and have to travel between different markets. You're better off everyone playing in one venue. You can have shared resources. We used to call it a league in a box before there was Corona, but it's in essence a bubble, right? Everyone lives together. There isn't the safety protocols, but same general model and concept was what we always had.
How do you get people to have fandom with all the teams playing in one place?
And we realized that we can create new teams decoupled from geography around huge personality people.
Bob Menery and Destroying and Marshawn Lynch and Quavo and Renee Montgomery. All these people are either athletes or influencers that have transitioned and been able to create their own brands.
Part of our tryout process and part of our recruiting process was finding players that not only could play great football on the field, but like, who were they off the field? Do they have a story? Do they have a talent? Are they outgoing? You're not just connecting on the field. It's not just about what you're doing on the field.
Bringing in former players like Johnny and Turbo and Josh. We didn't really plan that this year. That was never part of the plan. Those things just sort of fell into our lap and was like, well, heck, let's do it.
World now is connected everywhere, right? And every minute of every day you're connected. And so we really wanted to find those players that kind of bought into that concept.
This business is so unique because there's so many different elements to it, between production and football ops and players, and there's so many different pieces that all have to come together. It's much more of a Voltron, if you will.
All of these ideas that exist in PowerPoint presentations and on whiteboards and has been such a huge part of your life, when you realize that that's going to go from ideas on paper to a reality, I've never felt anything like that.
More than 100 athletes have descended upon the Peach State to take part in a brand new football experience, one that merges technology and fan interaction in a way like never before.
We spent 5 years imagining what this would be, and walking in here Like, it was unbelievable. It was like somebody pulled out of my head what I always thought this could be and built it in the arena.
Coming into the first game, I was excited. I was nervous. I couldn't believe that this moment was actually here. I was anxious for fans to see what we've been building for so long, to see what their reaction would be, to see if the community could rally behind this thing that we knew that they could.
Like, you're gonna lay it all out in 45 days and see what happens or not. You could build a business for all these years and here's your 24-hour window, make it work.
A start of a brand new era in football. The fan-controlled football league is now underway.
They are building this from the ground up. That's where you're at right now with interaction in this professional football league. Like, you get to be a part.
I want to get to a point where people can't even remember when there were sports that you couldn't have an impact on from a fan's perspective.
And that's the first Manziel to Gordon connect since December 21st, 2014.
It's just crazy that you can make the selection on your phone.
There's nothing like it.